I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk, please call the roll.
Councilman Alvarez?
Here.
Councilman Cullen? Absent. Councilwoman Eckhart? Absent. Councilwoman Hudak?
Here.
Supervisor Hay?
Here. I got an email and a quick text from Mr. Cullen. He's on his way and will be delayed, and we'll try to make the meeting. No guarantee, unfortunately. Okay. Notation of exits, front and the rear here. Electronic device, please put it on vibrate or shut it off. Tonight we're going to introduce Senator Terrence Murphy to the residents of the town of Southeast, but he's not here as yet, so if he gets here any point in time during our deliberation, we'll stop, let him introduce himself, and continue on with the agenda. First item on the work session, make a motion to open up for a discussion to amend Chapter 138 zoning digital submissions.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this was forwarded from the planning board. It's a recommendation that we go digital. It's a great suggestion. We've been trying to do it, I think, for about 6 months, but now we have all the necessary equipment and everything to do it, presentation here, etc. So I don't really have anything to add to what they're asking for. Does anyone have any comment on this?
Just think it'd be a great thing. It'll definitely make us more efficient and productive. I recall always getting, mountains of paperwork. So if you can send it out electronically and reduce, the waste and not having a place to store it or file it, that'd be great.
Now, it doesn't. There's still going to be some paper. We're going to require two. So here
Right.
they can post it accordingly.
But not the 7 to 10 copies
No.
that usually are received. And
it's going to be much easier for our record keeping because it'd be digitally recorded and stored accordingly. So it would take up a lot of space. It's a lot less space than it's taken up currently.
Right. I mean, it's where the future is now, and I believe that this is the trend. I think it would streamline a lot of what happens in the planning board. I think the planning board does a great job right now, so this could only make it better.
Good. Okay, I'll have that on for the next meeting. No, I won't have it on. The next meeting, by the way, is scheduled now for 1 week from tonight, which would be the 26th of February. It's the Crossroads project. We'll be here for that meeting. It had been snowed out earlier on, so we're having a special meeting next Thursday, and there'll be a second item on the agenda. So it'll be a 2-item agenda for February 26th. Okay, with that, I make a motion.
22nd?
Yeah, you're going to make a motion.
What?
You're making a motion to set a meeting.
Well, not yet. We're still.
No, not yet. No, I'm
Oh.
doing that
We're still
in
in
a
the work
minute.
session.
Okay.
Okay. Geez, she's always trying to rush me. We're going to get out of here soon enough. Trust me. Okay. Any rate, make a motion to go into the regular meeting.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Waive the reading of the correspondence. Item number 2, approval of the voucher list for $2,572,244.99. So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Setting of the meeting dates and public hearings. All meetings will be held at 1360 Route 22, Brewster, New York, at 7 p.m. unless otherwise noted. Thursday, February 26, 2015, there's a special meeting. There'll be a 2-item agenda. Thursday, March 12th, 2015, and Thursday, March 26th, 2015. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Waive the reading of the budget transfers. Number 5, resolution, Baker Farm subdivision 280A-1.4. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast hereby designates the area described as a Baker Farm subdivision as an open development area in accordance with section 280A-4 of the town law of the state of New York, authorizes the planning board to proceed with the review of the applicant's development proposal without the requirements that the lots created thereby have direct access to a town or municipality maintained road, provided that the following conditions are met. 1, that the Southeast Planning Board complete its review of the subdivision proposal in compliance with all other provisions of the Code of the Town of Southeast relating to the subdivision of land, the zoning ordinance of the Town of Southeast, and the provisions of any and all other state or local law relating thereto, including but not limited to any and all approvals or permits required by the New York City Department of Environmental Protection or by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation under Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law of the State of New York, together with any and all regulations promulgated thereunder. 2, that the subdivision of the premises results in the creation of not more than 4 residential lots. 3, that the lots be accessed solely by Enoch Crosby Road by a common driveway. 4, that prior to signing of the plot plan, a map created in connection with the proposed subdivision, the applicant shall cause a common driveway agreement to be prepared, satisfactory to the town attorney, which shall provide the terms and conditions regarding the maintenance of the common driveway by the property served thereby and the sharing of the maintenance costs. Said agreement shall be duly recorded in the county clerk's office simultaneously with the subdivision plat. 5, that prior to the issuance of any permits to build within the premises, the developer shall grant to the town of Southeast any and all easements or right-of-way which may be deemed necessary for the orderly and safe development of the premises and for the provision of emergency service to further residents therein. Future. 6, that the plat or plats to be filed in connection with the proposed subdivision shall bear a notation that the lots shall be accessed solely from the common driveway leading from Enoch Crosby Road, and shall bear the future notation that no further subdivision of the lots created by such subdivision shall be permitted. 7, that the developer shall comply with such other or different conditions, restrictions, or limitations as may be established by the planning board of the town of Southeast. So move for discussion.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 6, resolution of certiorari settlement, Vales Grove Golf Course. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast does hereby accept the recommendations of the professional advisors and authorize the town attorney to execute a stipulation of agreement, settlement, consent, judgment, and or order of consent in accordance with the recommendations of the following. Petitioner, Vales Grove, GC, tax ID 79.1-45, year 2013, assessment $1,750,000, settled $1,400,000. Lot 79.1-45, 2014, assessment $1,750,000, settled amount $1.2 million. And be further resolved that the town attorney is hereby authorized and directed to execute any and all stipulations, consent orders, and other documents necessary to reflect the foregoing settlements. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 7. Resolved that the town board of town of Southeast hereby appoints William M. Whalings, Esquire, as independent hearing officer pursuant to Civil Service Law, Section 75, at an agreed-upon compensation rate of $1,500 per day, plus necessary and reasonable expenses incurred by such hearing officer in connection with the services rendered in this regard. And be further resolved that the appointment shall take effect immediately, and all actions taken by the supervisor and town board in furtherance of this appointment are approved and ratified. Will, help me out.
Nunc pro tunc.
Wow. Sounds like a key. Any rate, so moved on behalf of the board.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
For those Cleons in Star Wars that talk like that? Okay. Number 8, resolution to award bulk container refuse collection and removal service contract. And be further resolved that town clerk, sorry about that. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast accept the proposal of AAA Carting in accordance with its proposal for a total fixed price of $10,713 per year for a period of 3 years commencing April 1, 2015, and authorize the supervisor to execute and deliver a contract in the form and substance approved by the town attorney for such purpose. And be further resolved that the town clerk is hereby directed to forward a copy of this resolution to the town accountant department and town facilities and special districts administrator forthwith. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Number 9. Now therefore be resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast hereby adopts local law number 2 of 2015 pursuant to municipal home rule to amend chapter 131 of the Code of Town of Southeast entitled Vehicle and Traffic to modify existing languages in section 131-37 prohibited turns to clarify that only right turns are permitted from the intersection of Sodom Road with New York State Route 22. And be further resolved that the town clerk be and hereby is authorized and directed to A, enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting and in the code book of the town of Southeast, and B, give due notice of the adoption of said local law by filing such with the Secretary of State of New York within the time required by law. And will you make sure we get that done, right?
Yep.
Thank you. So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Number 10, local law to reapprove local law number 3 of 2014 outside storage and rename it as local law number 1 of 2015. We missed the deadline by a day or something, so we have to just rename. Any problem with that?
Nope.
Okay. So,
I'll second.
let's see, we're at number 10. Let me read it. Resolved that the town of Southeast, I did read that. No, I guess I read it here. Resolved that the town board of the town of Southeast hereby adopts local law number 1, 2015, pursuant to municipal home rule, to amend chapter 138 of the town code zoning to amend the definitions pertaining to outside storage as an accessory use in commercial districts, and to modify the bulk requirements and regulations relating to outside storage use within the town. And be further resolved that the town clerk be and hereby is authorized and directed to A, enter said local law in the minutes of this meeting in the code book of the town of Southeast, and B, give due notice of the adoption of said local law by filing such with the Secretary of State of New York within the time required by law. So moved.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Next is a motion to authorize the supervisor to sign a letter drafted by the town attorney concerning Sewer Transportation Corp., and this pertains to the gas station up on Route 312. And we'll work on the wording, and I just need permission to sign this done and send it to the planning board and the DEC and New York City DEP.
By way of explanation,
Yeah.
the DEC has asked, let me back up for a second. The developers of the gas station have approached the owners of Town Center for permission to connect into their sewer treatment plant because there is not sufficient area on their property to provide the septic treatment that they would need. Because the gas station area is not on the same lot as the town center, the DEC has inquired as to why we would not establish a transportation corporation district, which, as you know, because of the involvement we've had with Home Depot, that when you have a transportation corporation for sewer treatment, you also get, as a town board, get involved in setting sewer rates, which is a very complicated and complex matter and can be very costly to the town in the long run. Since they are only looking to enter into a commercial agreement with one other user, I don't think it would be, in my personal opinion, it would be worthwhile to require them to set up a transportation corporation. So what we would do as a town is saying that we don't necessarily we would not like to see a transportation corporation established. Let them enter a commercial agreement whereby they can have by contract, provide them with sewer treatment capabilities.
And that's the letter that you're gonna,
That's the letter that I'm in the
That
process
you-
of drafting.
okay.
And you'll have ready by noon tomorrow so I can sign it and get it off in the mail.
So that.
No comment, I guess it's gonna happen.
So the motion is to,
Authorize the supervisor to sign a letter drafted by the town attorney concerning the Sewer Transportation Corporation.
and that letter in sum and substance will be what
Exactly.
you've just stated?
Yes.
Correct.
I will send it out to each one of you prior to it going out, make comment if there's any necessary change, and we'll incorporate it accordingly and move it.
Very good.
Okay? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Did we second it?
I don't know.
Was there a
No.
second?
I'll second.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Supervisor's financial report. Again, we're only into the second month of the new year. I almost have myself and Ron, the town accountant, almost have all the results ready. They'll be ready for our March meeting. I can tell you that we did stay within our budget. We did not overspend it in any way. And things last year were fair to good, okay? Won't say excellent, because no matter how good we do, we can always do better. Stayed within the tax cap, as you know, and for this year's budget, and hopefully we'll do as well this year as we did last year. So, other than that, I really can't tell you much, and tell you where, you know, of course, with the weather, no one has to be told about the budget for the highway department. If you notice on the vouchers we signed off today, there had to be a minimum of about $150,000 in salt we just had to purchase. And the overtime is unbelievable. And what are you going to do? It's Mother Nature, and we can't fight her or him. I don't know who it is, but it's tough. So other than that, that's the best I can do for you tonight. I'll do a little better with the next one, because I'll have the real numbers and can speak accordingly. Okay, with that, public comment. Now, the fact that Mr. Murphy did not make it tonight, we'll extend an invitation to him at his convenience to try to make it again. I have to say, with the weather the way it's been, it's difficult for a lot of people to get here. And I guess I'll have to call Mr. Cullen and say this meeting went a lot quicker than we thought, so don't even step on the pedal and take your time, because you missed it. Any board comments other than that?
Oh, just everyone stay warm. I hear it's going to be another wonderfully frigid weekend. So I'm looking forward to the spring and summer. The clocks are sprung ahead this year, March 8th, I believe, which means spring is really a lot closer.
I'll believe it when I see it and feel it. Okay, who's going to make the motion?
It has to be Edwin.
I'll make a motion that we close tonight's meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.